Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My courtesies and respect to Honorable Antonio Lagdameo Jr., sir. Madam Teresita Guindeles, Honorable Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr., Attorney Basari Mapupuno, again, Madam Max Maglana, kasamang Gosme Clat, Brother Jamil Alim, Madam Amina Rasul. All of you are special people, but pardon me for not being able to name everybody. And of course, my colleagues from the BARM government. I don't know if the senior minister is already around. And my colleagues from the BTR Parliament, the Islamic salutation, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good morning. And of course, before I proceed, the Honorable Bert Kenders and Madam Hiba Kasas, again, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We have come a long way in our quest for peace in Mindanao. I see a lot of friends and colleagues here whom I have the honor to have worked for peace through these years. After decades of long and hard conflict, we have finally reached a point where we can envision a future without war. As the transition ends in 2025, the Bangsamoro is now at a historical and critical moment. And it is a testament to the resilience and determination of the Bangsamoro people and advocates like yourselves that we have hope. Yet, it is still not a mission accomplished. Peace is not just the absence of war or government establishment. Peace is also about justice, equality, and dignity. It is about building a better future for everyone, regardless of ethnicity, religion, or gender. So we continue to hope and work for its completion. On principles of peace, I read your principles for peace, and it resonated deeply into my experience. The principles provide a framework for building a just and lasting peace. These values are: 1, dignity. All people have the right to be treated with dignity and respect. 2, solidarity. Peacemaking efforts should be inclusive and involve all stakeholders. 3, humility. Peacemakers should be humble and respectful of the local context. 4, legitimacy. Peace processes should be legitimate and have the support of the people. 5, accountability. The security forces should be accountable to the rule of law, including international law, as part of the law of the land. 6, pluralism. Peacemaking efforts should promote diversity and inclusion. 7, subsidiarity. Peacemaking efforts should be as local as possible and only as international as necessary. And number 8, integrated and hybrid solutions. Peacemaking efforts should be comprehensive and address the root causes of the conflict. No one can argue against the importance of these values. These values, however, are frames and ideals, and experience shows that it is more challenging to uphold them perfectly in the concrete, in practice, because of competing values and priorities. Yet, we should always aim for these values. The values and principles require humility, compromise, and a willingness to listen to the needs of others. There will always be challenges to peacemaking. And it is essential to remember that peace is a journey, not a destination. And there are these peace principles to guide all who are engaged in peace processes. On the matter of dignity, I want to talk more about dignity because it hits me in the heart. The denial of the dignity of the Bangsamoro people throughout history and until today is the undercurrent that sustains the continuing conflict in Mindanao. The revolutionary struggle of the MILF and of course of the MNLF is in response to this denial of dignity by Spain, the Americans, and the Filipinos. This denial of dignity has been ongoing for hundreds of years and continues today. Our revolutionary struggle is a claim to our birthright to dignity, to be treated as a people that is valuable, important, and equal to the Filipino. We demand parity of esteem. Even today, as I speak, you know that there is still no parity. And when there is no parity, the problems will persist. We understand others can deny our dignity and honor, and that is not given to us quickly. We have to fight for it. Dignity is the reason why we struggle. We struggle with everything we have, our faith, our lives, our youth, and our dreams. It is something that we'll claim for ourselves for what is to live without dignity. When people recognize the dignity of others, they open themselves up to a world of possibilities. They can build bridges of understanding and cooperation. They can create a society where everyone can reach their full potential. But when people deny the dignity of others, as they have done to the Bangsamoro people for hundreds of years, they sow the seeds of division and conflict. The solution to the problem in Mindanao is not just decommissioning arms and armies, putting resources in the bigger bowls of socioeconomic programs, or establishing the warm regional government. The solution requires transitional justice and reconciliation, accountable policing, amnesty, and others. This is why we insist that the parties fulfill the other components of the normalization before completing the decommissioning process. The solution requires a grander goal, nothing less than recognizing the Bangsamoro people as equal and parity with the Filipino people. It is not difficult to see the benefits of parity between the Bangsamoro and the Filipinos. First, promote peace and understanding. Dignity and parity can create an atmosphere of trust and cooperation. This can help to prevent conflict and promote peace in the region, especially against armed extremists. 2, enhance equality and opportunity. We can create a society where everyone can succeed. This means no one is excluded from the benefits of society based on the race, religion, gender, or social status. 3, protect human rights. We protect human rights. This means that we will not tolerate discrimination, violence, or exploitation. Let me offer you a concept that is very close to our hearts and might provoke an insight into what dignity means for us, the Bangsamoro. I'm referring to the concept of maratabat. Maratabat is a concept deeply ingrained in our culture. Other cultures, particularly in Southeast Asia, have maratabat. Maratabat is often misunderstood and misrepresented in popular perception, common translated as valor or honor. Maratabat is typically associated with revenge, conflict, and violence. However, this common perception is wrong, who does not cover the entire picture, as it overlooks the value of maratabat to be a force for good and contribute to peace-building efforts within society. Maratabat is dignity, and in itself, it is an honor system. Sometimes it is hierarchical. As you know, maratabat is the value that has strengthened and sustained the Bangsamoro for hundreds of years. Maratabat made us fight the colonizers, the Spaniards, the United States, and in the beginning, the nascent Filipino government. Maratabat is the reason why we remain unconquered and why we continue our struggle today. Without maratabat, the Bangsamoro would have surrendered to the colonizers long time ago. Thus, while public perception only looks at maratabat at the level of individual or family dignity and honor, maratabat is, first and foremost, a framework for social order, cohesion, and action in many of our communities. Maratabat provides individuals with a sense of identity, belonging, and purpose within their social structures. By adhering to the principles of maratabat, individuals are motivated to conduct themselves in a ways that align with the values and norms of our society, promoting social harmony and stability. This adherence to maratabat can instill a sense of accountability and responsibility as individuals strive to maintain their honor and reputation within their communities. Moreover, maratabat, when properly understood and channeled, can also facilitate conflict resolution and promote peace. Disputes and conflicts often arise due to the perceived threats to one's honor or dignity. By recognizing and acknowledging the importance of maratabat, mediation and negotiation processes can be developed that consider the restoration of honor and the resolution of grievances. This approach enables the parties involved in conflicts to find common ground and reach mutually beneficial resolutions, fostering reconciliation and reducing the likelihood of future violence. Furthermore, maratabat can be a catalyst for positive social change and development. Communities can uphold the values of maratabat, prioritize collective well-being and the betterment of society. This emphasis on communal welfare can lead to initiatives such as community-driven development projects, education programs, and social support networks. By harnessing the positive aspects of maratabat, communities can mobilize their resources and collective efforts towards the pursuit of social progress, peace, and justice. However, it is essential to acknowledge that maratabat, like any cultural concept, is not immune to abuse or misinterpretation. Its misapplication can perpetuate cycles of violence and impede efforts for peace. Therefore, it is crucial to critically examine and challenge the negative aspects of Baratabat, such as rigid adherence to outdated norms, gender inequalities, and exclusionary practices. Before I conclude my presentation, with the advent of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, after the passage of the Bangsamoro Organic Law, and with the support and encouragement of the national government, the Bangsamoro government, in terms of development, had really improved. And I will read a portion of the report of the Chief Minister, very short. During the previous arm, poverty incidence was at 59.9% in 2018. With our collective efforts, this number is now down to 29.8%. So we can see the progress and development that is unfolding in the entire Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao. Thanks to the national government, thanks to the efforts of the BARM government, and of course with the cooperation of our colleagues in the PTA Parliament. To end, I say this with all dreams and hopes and experience. Dignity and parity of esteem are the foundation of a peaceful and equitable society. It is the bedrock of a just and lasting peace. Please continue to work with us for peace in Bangsamoro. Together, we can build a future where everyone can live in security, prosperity, and more importantly, peace with dignity. Maraming salamat, mabuhay ang Bangsamoro, mabuhay ang Pilipino.
𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶𝐸𝐶